These are times when actors weren't acting. I'm talking about movie stunts that went horribly wrong. In fact, some of the craziest and most dangerous stunts actually got the actors seriously hurt and some almost died. Like in the movie The Punisher, the actor playing the lead role was accidentally stabbed for real by his co-star. You're probably wondering, how is this possible? After a stunt coordinator had forgotten to swap out the real knife with a fake one, when they began shooting their close-ups, the actor Nash got stabbed in what turned out to be the collarbone area. Oh. But guys, both actors immediately realized the mistake. And I guess Nash is just that guy. Despite the shock and potential danger of the situation, he handled it quite calmly. Oh my god. I can't even imagine what their lunch break was like after this. It was probably like, hey man, I know I stabbed you earlier, but like, can you please pass the ketchup? Oh, well, if you think that was bad. In the movie Now You See Me, there's a scene where Isla Fisher's character gets chained and dunked into an underwater tank, essentially trying to escape it like a magic trick. When you think all is well, but no. During the shoot, she actually got stuck and couldn't free herself of the chains. Yeah, she was drowning for real, and it took a stuntman to realize it was going on too long before they saved her. Oh, that gave me anxiety. And get this, she was only 30 seconds away from running out of oxygen completely. She's a big actress. She would have died. Listen, us fish, you know, she's Isla Fisher, I'm Tall Fishman. Just because we have fish in our last name does not mean we can survive underwater. That, or at least good thing they saved her in time, or else they would have to change the movie name from Now You See Me to Now You See Me Drown. It's not just the dangerous stunts that can cause real harm on set. Sometimes it's the little things you never expect. Like there's this scene in Django, and BAM! He set his hand out on the table, breaking a glass cup, accidentally cutting his hand wide open for real.
Palm flat on that tabletop.
Leo's hand was gushing like a waterfall. And what does he do? He just keeps on going, using it to make the scene even more intense. Like, talk about dedication, but seriously, dude, be careful. Like, no, Leo. When the director yells cut, it doesn't mean cut your hand. So yeah, he can get that damn Oscar. Oh, and this next one is wild. Channing Tatum in The Foxcatcher. The actor got really into this one intense scene where he punches and headbutts a mirror. He literally smashed his head in the mirror 3 times and did it so hard that the drywall the mirror was hanging on left a divot 2 inches deep. How do you do that? And of course he ended up bleeding and had to go to the hospital. But wait, how is he gonna practice his magic Mike moves if he can't see himself with a broken mirror? I mean, I guess someone else will have to fill that role.
In this wild electric fair.
Oh, I think I killed that. Next up, we got the most famous scene from the iconic sci-fi horror movie, Alien. This one was known as the chest burster. The surprise screaming shocks were not fake. It was not acting because they didn't know. The director didn't tell them. Imagine being one of those actors just minding your own business, pretending to eat some space food, and then BAM! Your coworker's chest explodes and you're covered in fake blood and alien guts. I'm sure you remember the 2017 remake of the movie It. And the scene when they first discover Pennywise, the horrible clown monster. They kept them completely separated from the kids until it was time to shoot the scene. They didn't even see any images of the clown, nothing. They had no clue what he looked like. I seriously wonder how many years of therapy one has to go through after experiencing the real-life version of Pennywise. Oh, those poor kids probably had nightmares for months after they finished filming the movie. I mean, can you imagine being a kid and suddenly coming face to face with a terrifying, snarling clown? No, thank you. I'll stick to my nice, safe, non-murderous clowns like Ronald McDonald, because he's not scary at all. Now, we all know Tom Cruise does his own stunts, but they don't always go to plan. Sometimes these stunts are so difficult, I might say they're a mission impossible. No? But instead of stopping the scene, he just kept on with it. Oh boy, I know for a fact insurance companies like hate this man. You know he's gonna be hanging off airplanes and jumping off skyscrapers and doing whatever other insane stunts he can think of. This man is literally a walking, talking insurance nightmare. Speaking of show business though, in the movie The Godfather, Gianni Russo cracks 2 ribs and an elbow when he jumps across a gate and slams into a brick wall. Well, I guess back in the day the phrase break a leg was taken very seriously. Can you imagine showing up to work and being told, we want it to look really realistic, so if you could just go ahead and actually break a few bones, that would be great. They were built different back then. They don't make them the same way like this guy. Ow. Now speaking of classic films, like in the movie Rocky, Sylvester Stallone took real powerful body shots.
And Balboa goes down again from a right hand, bounces right back up.
And then it gets even worse because after a few hours on set, he started feeling an extreme burning sensation in his chest. Shortly after, he was rushed to the hospital because his blood pressure spiked to 270. They ended up finding out that his ribcage actually hit his heart, and his heart started swelling intensely. Put yourself in Sylvester Stallone's doctor's shoes. You're just sitting there minding your own business when suddenly, bam! Sylvester Stallone burst through the door, clutching his chest and screaming about how he just got punched in the face by Mr. T. I mean, that's gotta be a pretty surreal experience to look back on. But I guess that's just part of the job when you're a doctor in Hollywood. Let's talk about Christian Bale in The Machinist. Dude literally starved himself down to a skeletal 120 pounds.
Hey, perfect fit.
His diet was literally canned tuna and an apple per day. Wait, does that actually work? Oh, I might have to try that. I'm trying to get a six-pack. That's why I'm not a big shot actor, because I could never do that. Oh yeah, that's the reason. Shut up! So far, we've covered accidental stabbing, slicing, and even starvation. What's next on the menu? Electrocution? In the movie The Passion of Christ, Jim, who played Jesus, was actually struck by lightning during the filming. Like, talk about a sign from above. Oh my god. No matter how many precautions you take, something can always go wrong. Like this horrendous Hollywood stunt fail. Michael J. Fox ended up almost choking himself to death in Back to the Future Part 3. Well, the actor ended up passing out for more than 30 seconds. And the saddest part is when the crew called out, "Hey, we need a doctor!" And the wrong doc kept showing up. Like, I guess that's what happens when you're working with a time-traveling DeLorean. Next, we got Steve Carell in the movie 40-Year-Old Virgin when he truly committed to his role. In one of the scenes, he had to get his chest waxed. And he said in this quote, "It honestly hurt more than I thought it would. I entered into it thinking, oh, this will be funny. But when they started spreading the wax, I started having serious second thoughts."
Okay.
You ready?
Yep.
It's me.
Come on.
Hey, now you see what women have to go through. You know, beauty hurts, Steve. Beauty hurts. I mean, if you ever saw the scene, you can actually tell he's really bleeding. And finally, in the granddaddy of all classic movies, we can never forget about one of the worst movie set scares of all time. In the movie Jaws, they didn't even tell the actress who gets attacked that she's about to be attacked by a machine in the water simulating a shark. Like, you think the least they can do is give her a heads up, but nope. When they filmed that scene, she was legit screaming in real terror. And not only that, this poor actress was also pulled into the water, almost drowning. I mean, imagine coming back home, your husband asks you, "Oh, hey baby, how's work?" She said, "Oh yeah, it was good. You know, just the usual. Just almost drowned when a giant mechanical shark just like got me by the leg and pulled me down underneath. But other than that, you know, same old, same old." I literally cannot hear that soundtrack without looking over my shoulder for a shark fin. Luckily, that movie looks fake now, but I can't imagine back in the day, I would never go to the beach again. Give it up to all these amazing actors putting their life on risk for our entertainment. I would never do that for you guys. I'm just kidding. I probably would. Probably. 1% chance. I really hope you enjoyed. Now click here to watch more content, and I better see you back here again. I'll see you next time, and peace out, y'all.